So the biggest question that I have for you is tell us about all the universities that you've been accepted into for your master's in biomedical engineering.
This fall, I was accepted from Columbia, Cornell, Duke, Georgia Tech, Carnegie Mellon, University of Michigan, Northeastern University, NYU.
Wow. I mean, honestly, like you're accepted into like the top three biomedical programs in the country. Like, so after a very long time, I want to start off with an introduction for everyone who's new to the channel. Hi to all the new subscribers. My name is Saloni and I am a biomedical engineer in New York. I've done my master's from Cornell University and I've studied at Harvard Medical School. And throughout the years, I have studied biomedical engineering and that's what I'm working on right now. And on this YouTube channel, I've made about 50 or so videos on the topic of just studying abroad. At one point, I feel like it's kind of like just repeating because I always emphasize on essays, extracurricular activities. There's only so much in an application that you can talk about, right? But something that really caught my attention was, is this really helping somebody or you guys, watching this video? And that's when I came across Nikhila. Now, Nikhila is one of our subscribers and she got into not one, not two, but probably 8 of the best biomedical engineering programs. And she did it just by basically watching all of the videos on the Crazy Medusa YouTube channel. She didn't take any of the mentorship programs or anything. No, basically just free information, used it wisely. And today we're gonna talk to Nikhila. But before that, the one point I do want to emphasize on, apart from your essays, apart from letters of recommendations and all that, is when you get to the US, Canada, or wherever you want to, study, you don't want to stink, okay? Like, yeah, I'm serious, guys. Like, you don't want to be all like stinking. And that's where you need your dossier perfume. These are luxury, affordable fragrances that come in amazing sizes. And there are so many varieties of like fragrance options to choose from. And they're kind of like in this nice compact box. And my current favorite is the spicy mimosa fragrance. I love the naming. It's very, unique. And these, like the bottles that they come in, are also super handy, like travel size. It's easy to carry around. The best part is, and check this out, is this magnet. It kind of just snaps on. You're never gonna lose this, and definitely affordable. So you guys can use my code as well as check out Dossier and all of their fragrances and snag yourself one, as a student. Don't want to be stinking around in college. So check them out. The link is going to be in the description below. But without any further delays, let's talk to Nikhila. And I kind of made this interview a little different because the thing that stood out the biggest, in my opinion, was the fact that Nikhila got accepted into an Ivy League university without submitting any GRE score. And she really pointed out the facts as to what they look at in terms of your profile to help make your profile unique. And she went through this whole process like in the last year. So she's in the same position as you guys. She's an international student. She made the most of the pandemic. She didn't submit her GRE scores just because, she wanted to see how her profile would kind of be impacted without it. And let's see how that turned out for her. Thank you so much, Nikhila, for joining us today. I'm sure that all the viewers today are going to be super excited to hear what you have to say. I want to just, start off with the biggest and I'm sure that this question is on everybody's mind. Can you tell us first what board did you study in your grade 10 and 12, and what were your marks?
I studied in CBSE, Central Board, and then I scored 86.7%. And my 12th is state board, and I scored 74.5%.
I feel like those of us who've scored between 75 to 90%, I feel like we're like that group of students that have felt that pressure of not being like those 90% in the classroom. I was never that student either. What about your undergrad? I know you have done your undergrad. You're applying for your master's. You're going to be coming to the US in a couple of months. How was your CGPA in your undergrad throughout all 4 years?
My overall CGPA is 9.3. But then every semester I have grew up. Like first semester it was 8.3 or something like that, and then second is 8.4, third is 8.6, and then every semester it was just ahead. But overall it's 9.3.
Cool. So what like made you move up, in each semester? Was it just your interest, or did something change during that time?
You know very well know that I gave NEET also. So I took 1 year extension, and then I applied again. So, but then I couldn't make it into a government college. So then when I joined my BTech, it was like very depressing, and like I didn't do anything much in life. So I didn't prove anything to my parents, and because of that reason, I couldn't cope up with my GPA and all. But then from second year, I realized that because I have landed into this, I have to prove something at least in this. When I realized that this is a field where which is related to medical medicines, medical and all, then I coped it up, and then I started studying and concentrating more with interest. So that's where my GPA grew up.
It's very inspiring. I like to hear these kind of stories because it truly just shows that you can't expect anyone to be perfect right from the beginning. And it's just a matter of, making the best of the situation that you are in. And hats off to you. You've really, done that and shown that throughout your undergrad. So the biggest question that I have for you is, tell us about all the universities that you've been accepted into for your master's in biomedical engineering.
This fall, I was accepted from Columbia, Cornell, Duke, Georgia Tech, Carnegie Mellon, University of Michigan, Northeastern University, NYU.
Wow. I mean, honestly, like you're accepted into like the top three biomedical programs in the country. Like you must be excited, like just over the moon. And I'm sure like your parents must be super proud as well.
Yeah.
So are you in a more stressful situation now as to like which option you need to choose, just because there's so many?
Yeah, actually, I am very confused, and like every other day, I'm getting some other admits. Then my parents are also getting confused. So finally, which college you'll choose?
I mean, this confusion is a good confusion. It's good to have so many options.
Yeah, it's good to have so many options, but then it feels like every college is has a good research. Very tough decision to take one college, and then not regret about the college that you left back.
Got it. All right. That sounds cool. And let's talk a little bit about, your profile. You got accepted into the country's, best biomedical programs. We've spoken about your grades. Apart from your grades, tell me a little bit more about how the rest of your profile looked in terms of your college application. Did you have paper publications? Did you have like additional like co-curricular or extracurricular activities? Like what do you feel helped you stand out in your applications to receive all of these admits?
During the pandemic, actually, I used my time very well, and then I published three papers in the pandemic. So two were international and one was national. This was yeah. I feel that papers have actually boosted my profile. And then talking about extracurriculars, I feel that it was an added advantage because I was team lead of entrepreneurship club in my college. There was a special portfolio called WISE, that is Women Initiated Social Entrepreneurship. I was the leader of that portfolio for an year. And then I was also leading NSS team in my undergrad during second, third year. Both the things helped me a lot, both in academic way and personal level also. So that's when I understood what entrepreneurship is, and then how I had inclination towards MBA, but not leaving my research, my core interest too. This was the two aspects I feel that it might have added advantage to my profile. IELTS was 7.5 band overall. GRE I gave it, and like I scored 318 plus 4 like AWS. But then for most of the colleges, I didn't submit my GRE score, to be frank. That's where like I was shocked when I received admit from Cornell and Columbia. I was like, okay, you have to admit this point that colleges go through your profile very holistically. So it's not about only GRE score that have actually mattered in my whole profile. Uh, that's what I understood after I received admits. Because before that, when I used to talk with my friends, they were like, GRE score is very important, and that's where your profile will get into the acceptance and all.
Colleges definitely look at your whole profile, and the things that you've done in different, parts of your profile to make it wholesome, really brings it all together. Um, can we talk a little bit about like financial aid? Did you receive any sort of aid in any of the admits that you received?
NYU, I received financial aid of $9,000. Carnegie Mellon, I received financial aid of $6,000 plus an RA opportunity during summer. And then University of Michigan, I didn't receive any financial aid, but I received a research assistantship position directly after I joined. I didn't apply separately about scholarship. It was just I received the aid through my admit letters only. So it was mentioned in my admit letters that you have this good profile, so you have received this financial aid. And then I planned to apply for a few scholarships, but then it was very late till now. So
got it. All right. Which offer are you going to choose if you haven't made up your mind already, and or which one are you, most likely going to choose at this point among all the offers that you received?
I am telling you that this is very tough decision that I'll be taking. But yeah, I'll not regret it because every college is great among itself. So I am planning to take Cornell because it was my one of my dream college from early when I started my looking towards the colleges and searching for the good opportunity. Cornell was the one dream college that I always had on the top. Two reasons. One is the research work and the professors there are amazing. Like that's what I heard from seniors, and then you also. So yeah. And second is that it's giving me opportunity of MBA, like after your ME, anytime after you finish your master's degree.
I'm super, proud and excited that, you're coming to Ithaca. And definitely, like, you have a lot to look forward to.
So adding a point here, so which is a very crucial point here, that during my whole process, my like I didn't had any support or any beacon light that I actually can go through. So I didn't had any path to follow because abroad education was very new in my family. So my sister is a doctor, so she doesn't have much idea about how to apply to various colleges and what colleges are good and what like how to choose among them. And then one day she just googled it randomly that MS in biomedical engineering in top college. So then she found your video and then she sent me. See, you can follow all her videos. There are plenty of videos. You can follow her. So you just follow all her videos, and she gave tips about SOPs and all. Just stick to it and then go through it. And I want you to join Cornell like her. And in her case, she's the elder sister, and in my case, you're the younger sister. So I'll be pretty proud that my younger sister have achieved something same like her.
That makes me feel, it's truly, I'm very humbled and grateful that, videos that I put out there are useful, and it just kind of like completes that whole circle. I try to put videos out there that kind of cater to the needs of every student. It's hard to understand what each student is going through because everybody has their own, unique circumstance, situation, education qualifications. But it makes me feel really happy and just truly satisfied knowing that just at least some of the videos that are on the channel picked up by students like yourself have been so useful. And yeah, you've definitely nailed it. I mean, I'm here to just provide some guidance, but at the end of the day, it's your profile. The way you present it is something that I can help you with, but all the work that you've put in, it definitely shows the amount of hard work that you put in through your undergrad. And a lot of students, even in the comments right now, they kind of pick up these comments and put these thoughts down that, well, I have like a 60 or 70% in my grade 10 or 12, and they just stop there. They don't understand that that's not the finish point or the end line. That's not the goal. The goal is colleges want to see what you're capable of from that point onwards. So what do you do to make the most out of your situation? Like I myself, I'm not a good test taker. I had a very, very average and low GRE score during my time. We had to submit GRE because it was pre-pandemic, right? I had so I gave GRE twice. The first time I felt extremely sick right on my exam date, and I ended up getting a 296, which is a horrible score. I then attempted GRE the second time and got a 304, which is still an average score, not at all something that's competitive enough. And I was really demotivated by it. But I knew that, I accepted that, and I kind of put effort into the rest of my profile because I knew, I had to do something else to make up for that score. They need to see something else in my profile that'll kind of like spark that thought in them that, okay, maybe this student wasn't a good test taker or something must have happened, but the rest of the profile speaks for itself. And I think that's the takeaway that I'd like all of the students that are watching this video to take. So by now you guys know that a lot more goes into your profile, and colleges definitely look at your entire profile when it comes to admissions, and Nikhila did a great job in pointing that out. But one of the biggest questions is how you actually develop on these skills can matter, and it's pretty much as simple as doing it at home. If you're watching this video, you have everything you need to work on these skills. And this is where I'd like to introduce you guys to Skillshare, which is an online learning community and a platform where you can build these precise skills. For example, if you want to learn how to write a research paper, there's a lot more that goes into it in terms of writing the manuscript, learning how to design the figures in the right way, learning how to plot these graphs that go into the research papers, and all of these like little skills all together, when you learn them, can help you, present your research findings, and also help you like add that additional skill set when you're trying to get a research position, whether it's an internship or a PhD position or even a job per se. So definitely check out these classes. There are multiple classes on Skillshare, and not just research papers. It can also help you if you're trying to find help in like essay building skills or any sort of creative writing skills per se. But the first 1,000 of you to use the link in my description box or my code can get 1 month of Skillshare Premium for free. So definitely take advantage of that, because you guys can just build on those skills sitting at home. So let's end this video on a very personal note, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches these videos, and I hope that I'm able to provide some valuable feedback through all of these different topics that I talk about. And the whole goal of this video was a little different, but to show you guys that there is really information that's just out there on the internet for free by subscribing to the Crazy Medusa YouTube channel that you can get, and you don't need to like pay anything. Even if you're just wanting to learn the process, if you want to do it on your own, there's nothing stopping you, and you have all those resources at your disposal. So I have gone ahead and cleaned up my YouTube channel a little bit. I've divided the playlist into 3 distinct parts. So college tips for undergrad students, master's students, and PhD students. If you head over to the playlist tabs on the Crazy Medusa YouTube channel, you'll be able to find these 3 categories. And I can almost guarantee you, and Nikhila is an example of that if you kind of go through these videos one by one, you will have all of the information you need, at least to understand the process and get started. Of course, if you guys have any specific questions, drop them in the comments below. I try to help and get back to almost each and every comment. And that's pretty much all that I had for this video. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.